Well, first of all, maybe I must say that the idea of contemporary art form for me it's a really it's a complicated notion. Just contemporary art, it's a complicated notion. Personally, I would say that with radical art, it's contemporary just because it's made now. So it's really a bit, and because it's a form of art that it's in continuous change and enactment. It's really a continuous cycle. However, if we see the category of contemporary art, I must say that in the case of with radical art, we have no questioning, for example, of tradition. We have no a representation or uh, of the contradiction of what are the territorial, political, or economical struggles of the community. And we have that it's what is kind of the discourse that is seen in the contemporary art in general. Uh, we can also not also neither see, for example, the questioning or the questioning of the young generations about tradition or the reappropriation or renovation of this tradition. Um, so in that case, when a person that is not familiar with radical art and expects this kind of discourse in this art form will not find this. However, when we talk, for example, of modern art, it's quite it's quite interesting because, in fact, when the old when José Benítez Sánchez actually he starts making more jar paintings, it's around the 50s, 60s, and more 70s, and it's in the Mexican plastic history. It's just a crucial part. It's when the moralists are no longer supported by the government. And so we have a new generation of artists that are non-indigenous, it's mestizos and also foreign artists that are just tired of representing historical uh, characters and political history. They want to present abstraction. They want to represent dreams. They want to represent mythology. So there's kind of a new opening to these other forms of art. And finally, the form of Wixárika art just inserts itself perfectly on this imaginary. Um, and so in this case, when we see really José Benítez Sánchez creations, we can say that he just makes part of the generation of Mexican artists. It's completely inserted. Even when we think that maybe indigenous, no, it's not maybe that indigenous people were outside of all this artistic movement. It's quite amazing, I think.